Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't had a chance to do so by now, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to go a step further, I humbly ask that you tap that notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also follow me on Instagram at YB Speaks, as well as my TikTok page at YB Speaks, currently under reconstruction, okay? Girl, one of the things I just really hate is when you love something, so much. I love hot sauce. I love some spice, some kick, hello God, to my food. But it's just like the older I get, girl, my acid reflux just be all in the way. And there are moments where it's just worth it. Just stop at the store real quick and grab you some anti-acids, girl. Hello, God. Some Tums, bitch. Hello. But, girl, sometimes that heartburn, that acid reflux, whatever, girl, it just, ooh. Yeah, I just want to get a fire extinguisher and just spray it down my throat, girl. Like, oh, my God. That thing just be getting to me. And it don't even got to be much of anything. I could have a couple of sprinkles of hot sauce. Louisiana hot sauce, to be exact, bitch. Okay? Hello, God. If you know, you know. But, girl, I made a mistake. Did a little grocery shopping on Saturday. And I usually get mild salsa because y'all know I love nachos. I love making nachos. And I made a mistake and got medium. You would think that medium is mild, but girl, that shit is hot. It is hot. And I was dipping some chips in that bitch the other day. I haven't made the nachos yet, but I bought 2 things of chips because sometimes I like to snack on tortilla chips, girl. And salsa, feel like I'm at Chili's, girl. Hello, God. And I just took a couple of dips, and girl, I took me a quick nap, and I woke up, like a dungeon dragon. Girl, I was about to breathe fire upon the girl's Dracarys, girl. No, ma'am. I was over it. And I'm just like, girl, so I went to Publix and stole some, girl, certain things I just don't feel like paying for. I know y'all gonna be like, girl, what? I'm sorry, girl. Certain things, it's just ridiculous, girl. I could just put that in my pocket, girl, and be about my day. Okay, that's just how I feel, girl. It's so small, just grab it, put it in your pocket. Girl, whatever. I'm not paying for that shit. Girl, please. Anyway, y'all can call it theft. Y'all can call it stealing, whatever, girl. I don't have time. That's what I call it. I just don't got time. It ain't that I don't have the money, because I do. But, bitch, why? I'm just saying, though, girl, whatever. They'll be okay. Anyway, yeah, I just don't like that part of getting older. Anybody out there got acid reflux? Drop that in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, what is the struggle like for you? Because there was a long period of time where I just stopped eating things like that. But it was kind of difficult to get away from because I love onion. I love tomatoes. Okay, girl, hello, tomatoes. We don't say tomatoes, girl. We're not those girls. You know what I'm saying? Tomatoes, honey. Okay, hello, God. I like stuff like that. And, child, citrus. Like, I live for shit. And, girl, even bananas. Girl, please. Like, one banana will send me into a rage. I don't have time for that. But anyway, hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Girl, tell me why I didn't realize it was Easter until it was Easter. Because, when I was growing up, and y'all know I'm not too church heavy or, I'm not too into that stuff anymore because, like, I feel like I know the truth now. Hello, God. I don't have time for any. If you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, okay? But I remember growing up, and you knew it was Easter like a month prior. You knew it. I grew up in the church, girl. My foster parents, girl, did not play that shit. Even when we were down to the group homes, girl, Easter was a thing. Like, girl, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, 4th of July, Memorial Day, girl, Labor Day. Like, these are the holidays that you kept up with and you knew way ahead when this bitch was. and a little bit of what you planned on doing. Okay, especially when you're a child. Amen. So I just go to thinking to myself, like, it doesn't feel that way because I don't think anybody gives a fuck anymore. And it's not just about it being, exclusive to Easter. It's just, back then, when I was growing up, places actually closed. Girl, everything was open. The only thing that was closed for us down here was Publix. Girl, when I tell you there were no holiday hours for Walmart, there were no holiday hours for Family Dollar, there were no holiday hours for anybody, girl. Really, everybody was open for business, for regular hours. No one opened late or closed early or vice versa, girl. Like, you just did not feel it. And the only time I guess you're reminded that it's a holiday is when you walk into Walgreens. In that front part of Walmart. No one gives a fuck anymore to even let you know that, girl, it's time to shop for the Cadbury egg, or it's time to get the Easter baskets. Shout out to being from Florida. The only real reason I'll know it's Mother's Day or even fucking Easter is the little Mexican grandmothers are on the side of the road selling those really cute baskets, girl. No, you don't see the Easter bunny at the mall anymore. You don't see, like, no one cares anymore. And I really just think that people's energy, it's the broccoli is done, girl. It's been done. Like, overcooked, wilted, laid out to pasture, and utilized for compost. Because at this point, like, I know y'all get tired of the soapbox, and I have to go there briefly. When you strangle the life out of people, we no longer dream. We no longer have the time to have a little fun and use our imagination. That's why people don't give a fuck anymore. It's too serious now. It's hard for people to want to laugh and enjoy and to plan properly when you got all this serious shit going on in our country and in our world. Hello, God. It just kind of made me sad. Even though I don't really celebrate holidays on that level, it just kind of made me sad because I'm like, damn, like, I have to literally reach to the memories of the past in order to feel something when these holidays come around. And I know you'd be like, oh, well, you create your own traditions and you can do these things, but again, like, what's the fucking point? Look at the state of the world. Look at the state of our nation right now. Look at who we have allowed to... Girl, I'm not even trying to go there right now. I don't have time for that. Anyway, moving on. My nephew, hello guys, shout out to him, surprised me. He came down for the weekend. I really enjoyed that. Had a lot of fun. Didn't get to spend as much time as I wanted because, again, he, surprised me. And I do like to plan things out accordingly. But nonetheless, it was really good to see him. Spent a little time with my brother and my baby nephew, sister-in-law girl. Nothing too big. I did end up, well, while my nephew was here, he loves tacos. And again, he didn't let me know much of anything. So I bought him and his friends some tacos. We had some tacos real quick. And then I ended up cooking later on. I made some baked chicken. Girl, I love me some baked chicken thighs. Ooh, girl. And I made some broccoli cheddar rice bake. Ugh. Ooh, girl, that thing was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I actually have some leftovers of that. The chicken has been done. Okay, that chicken is gone. But I'm making some fish later on tonight, and I'm gonna just go ahead and utilize the rest of that broccoli cheddar rice bake honey for my side. But yeah, hopefully y'all had a great weekend and you enjoyed time with your loved ones. And drop that in the comments. What did y'all do? Did you enjoy yourself, child? And do you kind of feel the same way about, like, the holidays and Easter? Like, I don't think people are feeling it anymore. There's no excitement, at least where I'm around, I just want to talk about something real quick. And follow me, right? Now, I just want to start off, disclaimer. I'm not one of the people that believe that all men are gay. But I am coming to believe more and more, based on my observations, that men are attracted to other men. Okay? And shout out to the niggas who, you know, y'all kind of like do it to yourselves. The trip out challenge on TikTok, right? Y'all know what that is? How men feel comfortable being in the presence of other men, hello God, whilst having those big old donkey, and well, not all of y'all, try. Let's just tell the truth. Let's just be honest. The only ones that are doing the trip out challenges are the ones who know what they have. Hello God. Tree trunks of life, girl. Elephant trunks of the Sahara Desert, girl. Okay, hello God. We're talking about long and strong. Okay? Hello God. The Black Panther. That T'Challa dick, honey. Hell, make you rest. Okay? That T'Challa dick, girl. Hello God. The Black Panther. Okay? Wakanda forever. Hello God. I just find it weird that you know, y'all are in these videos and you're telling me you're not seeing what you're seeing. You don't see your homeboy, your friend, your cousin, whoever that person is with you, because it's never really done alone. There are videos of dudes doing it alone, but the more videos I see if it's two or more, hello God, doing it. You're telling me that you're not seeing that? And we already know, because I'm a man myself, and I remember growing up, there's heavy competition amongst males. Who has the bigger dick? Who has the better body? Who has the better looks? Who has the better fashions? Hello God. And everybody, amongst men groups, there's always this fascination with who's fucking the most hoes. And then let's not even go in. Well, I guess we can, because it coincides with where I'm going with this. You know, this whole like running trains and having threesomes, and you know, especially for the college. Hello God, y'all be down into the colleges, girl, doing all this experimenting and shit, and y'all be thinking it's cool. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, And then what makes me really go there is I was in the gym not too long ago, and even today at the gym, I'm just seeing people find male friend groups. No one's ugly. And I'm looking into the mirror because, girl, I'm not gonna lie, girl, I'm a print watcher. Hello God. Hello God. Bitch. I'm Mr. Print Watcher. Bitch. Hello God. I'm Mr. Look you up and down. But mostly down to see what you about. Okay? Hello God. What did boss man D-Lo say, girl? He's Mr. Pot Scraper. I'm Mr. Print Watcher. Bitch, hello God. And I'm watching thine print, because that's just what I do. Y'all know I love Dioc. It don't matter, girl. I'm finna look. Because guess what, bitch? You have it out for the world to see. So I look at it as, girl, you are blessing me. Okay, in mine eyes. I can watch, I can look. Because let's tell the truth, that's what you have it out for. There is no, let us not, it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake that your tree trunk happens to be exposed onto thee. And then when you're in your friend groups, I find it weird that if I can see it from a distance, I know they can see it. Y'all right around each other. You can't tell me that there's nothing there. And I'm not saying that men can't be around one another and just be just totally oblivious, or it's just nothing, you know. But I think there's something to be said about all of that. And the more and more I see this generation getting more comfortable with utilizing gay lingo, on top of, there's this playful tone that we're starting to see with these boys, right? And again, I don't think there's much wrong with that, and I don't want to pass judgment on people and what I think their sexuality is because they're that comfortable in their friend groups. But I do believe that there is something there. And again, I don't believe that all men are gay. I don't even really believe in the gay label anymore. I don't even believe in the labels anymore. I think that we're walking into an age, and I said this a while back, we're walking into a time of sexual fluidity. I think it's a good thing, but I think it needs to be, the steps need to be more ordered. Hello, God. There needs to be a conversation piece. There needs to be order to how we walk into the door of fluidity. Because this ain't something that you can just drop on people. Because what happens is you have a lot of the old heads and a lot of the people who are stuck in their homophobia. They're not gonna let y'all, girl, they are already talking about y'all can't have umbrellas, girl. They are already talking about they don't want y'all eating hot dogs and bananas, girl. There's certain things that men are no longer allowed to do anymore because it's considered to be gay or too zesty or too suspicious, you know, too feminine or whatever. So there's just a lot put on men, and I don't want to put more on men, but when I observe these things, it's very erotic. It's definitely given that I could possibly be attracted to my friend or friends. And again, when we're talking about like situations where y'all are seeing each other's dick prints, you can't tell me that there's nothing there, especially for the big old ones. Hello, God. Whew, girl. You know, because I know men. Trust me, I've been around. I know what they talk about. I know that there's that competition amongst men, and it's not just a competition. I do believe that there is some attraction there. But because of the world and how a lot of you bitches out here, the majority, the masses, girl, and how y'all feel about that kind of stuff, you're too busy emasculating men. You're too busy judging men. They're not allowed to truly live in their divine truth, which is the fact that, you know what, they very might well be fluid in their nature, just like a lot of you women are. It's okay for women to experiment in college and to eat the cat and do all these different things and have these experiences, and y'all be naked in the dressing rooms with your homegirls, and it's just normalized on that level. But as soon as men start doing just a hint of what y'all be doing, girl, he's gay, girl, we can't trust him, girl, he's this, and girl that, and girl, y'all put all these limitations on men because of how you view masculinity and what you think that looks like. So I don't know. Drop that in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on that, because I do feel like there's something there. Even when we watch the pranks, when we're watching how playful a lot of these dudes are with each other, y'all walking around butt booty naked, girl, ass out, all the friend groups, girl, everybody got ass, everybody got dick print. You can't tell me that y'all ain't. And again, I don't want to put that on everybody, but I'm just saying though, like, there's something to be said about that. Whatever that is, I don't truly know how to define what it is that I'm feeling about that. And I know some of y'all are like, girl, you know, you want to just say they're gay. No, because that's not the truth. Because if we say that, we're not giving men an opportunity to live the way we allow everybody else to live, i.e. women. I don't think that it's fair to just call a man gay because he's doing a lot of the stuff that I outlined. And gay is just so one note. I do believe that more and more men, and most of the men that I'm talking about in this video, it's just sexual fluidity. I think they really are attracted to their friends. I do think that, you know, there's something to be said about an all sexy male friend group. Let's tell the truth, girl. When you see that, you have no choice but to think in terms of like, okay, well, are y'all just sitting around thinking about, you know, who can join? And if you're ugly or fat, or if you don't have any real, you know, physical features that, you know, align with the group standard, you're excommunicated from this existence. There's something to be said that you have to be attracted to one another. And then a lot of the shit that comes out of y'all's mouth says, it hints towards sexual fluidity, whether you're joking or not. I just want men to be free to live in their divine truth. Speaking of people and stuff, you know, Houston, Atlanta, and there's a couple of other people on TikTok. Let me tell y'all this real quick. With these DL exposure lists, these channels that are dedicated to so-called outing and exposing these men for their possible love for other men or trans women, you girls need to be careful. We have these conversations every so often, and I'm here to tell you now, y'all need to be careful. And a lot of you think that you're doing it for the women, but honey, the women only are your friends, and I don't want to say this as a, you know, broad statement, but it is the truth at the same time. They're only your friend, they only love it, and they're gagged because they want that tea. The real, like the gays and shit, we don't follow y'all. We don't care about stuff like that. The real ones, I can't speak for the fake ones, the punks of it all, of them all. Okay, hello God. But I can speak for the real ones. We don't care about that. Only women and messy punks and other like DL men probably do care about that. But you're playing a very dangerous, dangerous game. I want to tell y'all something. How would you feel being responsible if one of these men decided to jump off a building and unalive themselves? Or unalive their entire neighborhood, their family, their baby mother, their children. There's things that people go through in life, how they were raised, the people around them. These people are DL for a reason. There's a reason they don't want people in their business. There's a reason why they move the way that they move. And whether these men make mistakes or not, and I know a lot of y'all say, oh, what stays in the dark will come to the light. Well, it didn't mean to come to the light. You got a lot of nosy cunts out there who will do anything for a Klondike bar. And these punks don't make it any easier. You're fascinated by the DL aspect without trying to understand why that person is DL. And I know a lot of y'all say, well, YB, these people have families and kids, and these women, and they deserve to know. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. I get it. They deserve to know based on the disclosure. I think women do have the right to kind of know, is my man, whatever, whatever. But girl, let's just tell the truth. You care more about him fucking on niggas than you would a nigga fucking on your best homegirl. Let's just tell the truth. And that for me is the biggest problem, is that there's just this big old fascination with men on men. Because let's just tell the truth, girl, it's unforgivable. Well, that's actually not true either, because I found myself in situations where the girls would find out that the nigga was into me, and we was doing all the things of those things, plus more things on top of those things. Bitch, okay. And some of these girls did not care. They didn't care. They're that toxic and fucked up in the head where they just would not care. But then you have some people that you'll sit there and this man could have flooded the holes of all the women in your life. But as soon as he's with the man, it's a problem. And I know that has to mess y'all up as women. I get it. But trust me, it should mess you up the same when you find out that he's cheating on you and got a whole family 2 doors down, bitch, that he's had on your ass for 13 years. But as soon as you find out that he done got a little head or something from a man, girl, please, y'all will burn the city down. So I think y'all need to kind of accept the fact that homophobia definitely dwelleth in y'all on a very dangerous level, and a lot of you cunts are hypocrites. Because I'm telling you the truth, once it's gay or gay adjacent, or it seems a little gay, girl, y'all be ready to do some foolishness, girl. But anyway, hopefully all that made sense. Drop it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Like, I just think we're walking into a different time period, and I think we have to learn to get with it, girl. I stand by what I said. I think the way that it's being rolled out, introduced, and the way that this change is happening, it's not done right. There's no order to it. There's no understanding, and it's going to be kind of difficult to really like go there in a peaceful way because of all of the hatred and homophobia that dwelleth within our human experience, girl. And as the Black community, we really need to get that together. I think with recent discoveries, especially for the religious bitches out there, most of y'all are going to hell anyway, if hell really does exist. And recent discoveries on our earth will show you that, girl, maybe y'all need to tweak your way of thinking a little bit in terms of religion and really look to the stars in a whole different light. Because if you guys have been paying attention to all of the recent discoveries in the past 20 years, you will know that maybe your Jesus actually didn't really exist. That Bible is a bunch of foo-la-la and a mechanism for social control. And I do believe that there is a God. I believe there are many gods, but that is just my belief system. I'm not trying to put that onto y'all. But again, if you're doing your research, if you're paying attention to, a lot of things that have been discovered in the last 20 years, I think you'll tweak your way of thinking. And I think most of y'all too, you lean on God, you lean on religion, and that level of that level of what you think is considered understanding, to the point where it's clouded your views. Yeah. And I think a lot of y'all miss the actual message. I think that's what it is too. But anyway, I gotta go. I gotta go pick up my nephew from daycare. Y'all be blessed and never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth, honey. Hello, God. And drop it in the comments. Engage in the conversation. Share your thoughts. Again, we can agree to agree or agree to disagree. Just be respectful is all I ask. And yeah, until the next video, guys, take care. Bye.